Friends here bright and early. Good to see you all. Andrea, good to see you. Good to see you, Michael, Brent, Ray, everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live. It is a busy morning. My God, I can't believe these stocks are moving, getting a little bit of a rally. What is the war almost over? Looks like there's been some good news that came out of Ukraine. Looks like, I don't know, something about NATO, not joining NATO, and I guess these peace talks are probably working. Oil is coming down a lot. I tell you, there's a lot of stuff that's moving in the market. So it looks like a lot of the virus stocks are moving. All the vaccine stocks are moving pretty well. I got a lot of greens on my watch list. Let me tell you, what a big list today, which is shocking. Oh, I forgot. It's Wednesday. That's right. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the best days to trade. So we're going to check them out. But before we do that, we did an event. Yesterday, it was Tuesday. We do closing bell on Tuesday. We had a great event. We had over 200 people in there. Phenomenal questions were asked. We had Traders Talk yesterday. If you missed it, it's recorded with Josh that we did at 11. Don't forget to get that opportunity to watch that. But because you remember, you have to learn before you could earn, and that is the most important part to be a very successful trader when it comes in today's markets. Now, before we get started and go through this great watch list that's pretty big, I'll tell you, let's go over and talk about what happened yesterday. I want to just bring up one stock that was really cool yesterday. For some of you that probably missed it, I want to bring up American Airlines, okay? So American Airlines yesterday, if you attended the afternoon meeting that I did, the closing bell, I was talking a little bit about this, and this was probably one of the easiest trades for the week. There was a 100,000 share buyer right here at $15, and I waited patiently, and let me zoom in here because some of you probably can't see it as well. So the stock had a big rally at 9:30. It ran from like 14.90 all the way up to 15.70, came all the way back down. So I waited patiently right around here, and it took me it took me about 10 minutes to wait for it. Came right to that price, got filled. I know a lot of you are jumping in some other stocks. We'll talk about those too, because remember, you can't get them all. Remember, out of the 100, let's say out of the 10 stocks that we find, you're not going to get 90% of them, but you'll get that one. Remember, because there's a lot of them moving. But this thing was just awesome. There was a great buyer out there, and boom, you could see how that thing just took off and went all the way up to 15.50 in a matter of, I don't know, about 10 minutes. The reason why I'm bringing this up is that it was just a great example. I know you guys were sending me emails. Says, Fausto, you know what? I see the level 4, and I never really realized how important it is. And let me tell you, if you're watching at some indicator or MACD, by the time that would happen, you probably were already up here buying it at like 15.40. So that was a pretty awesome trade yesterday. I just wanted to bring that up because that's a really important tip of the day that a lot of us have to know and how to trade. So a couple of the stocks that moved up pretty nicely. So we had the COUP. Let me zoom over here, make a 2-day chart. That one was just awesome. You could see how that one just came right out of the gate at 9:30, ran from $65, went all the way up to 75, and that was that stock was a short from yesterday. It was gapped down pretty big. Let me show you what happened right here. The stock was at 90. It opened up all the way down here around 64, but which shockingly had a really, really nice bounce. So that's where that came up, that nice little bounce right there. It was a little expensive. It was a category 5 for some of us. I know a lot of you guys can't, we're not at that level yet for some of you that are beginners, but listen, there was a few of them out there, and we got a couple of them that worked pretty well. We had the SONM, that one also, nice little cheap little stock. And, it was, I'm not a fan, like I always say, I don't trade stocks under $1, but when it broke $1, the thing ran into about $1.20 in the afternoon. So that one was a pretty easy mover. That one worked out pretty well. NIO was awesome. NIO had NIO got hammered. Okay, so let me show you what happened here. On the long-term chart, you could see NIO is just getting crushed from 52, drop all the way down to here. And, we were talking about the Chinese stocks. And listen, I could be a flip-flopper, okay? Some of you say, like, I'm anti-Chinese stocks because what's going on with the SEC. But you know what? News came out on a lot of Chinese stocks, And a lot of them are moving this morning. A lot of them moving this, including NIO. You could see how that thing had a really nice pop from 13 and ran all the way to 15 and then kind of like built a gorgeous Fausto flag. It was a really nice overnighter, something that you learn here, which we don't hold overnights, but there are times to time, if the stars, align a certain way, that's how you become a very good swing trader. You got to be a very, very good day trader to do that. One stock I did jump into a swing trade is I couldn't help myself, but I jumped in ABIV. This thing is just a nonstop animal. I bought it. I ended up paying. I sold it around 37. I think I got in. I jumped in right around here, around 25 when it broke all-time highs. And this little shake kind of scared me. But this thing is not backing off. Listen. The virus is going to probably be here for the next 100 years. We saw what happened with the flu, and they do have a monopoly on it. So, expensive, but there are times when you trade certain stocks, and I did this more of a swing trade. But let's go over what's going on this morning, because there's a shitload of stocks that are moving this morning. All right, and I'm looking forward to talk about them. KC, okay, KC now. I think we put them on a watch list. You could see for everybody on YouTube and Facebook Live. And right here, these are those stocks that we posted. And we start around 7:45 in the morning. So if you're new here or you're a new trial member here at Cyber Trading University, early bird gets the money. So those are the stocks that we found this morning. Now, some of them did move. Some of them, they change. Some of them die out. But you could see KSC had a really, really nice pop. And I'm going to bring up level 4 right here. You could see it had a really nice ladder effect that was coming in, and then obviously the sellers stopped popping up over here and it's starting to push it back down right now. But that stock is gapped up pretty big. Nice little move, cheap little stock. It's $4. This morning, if you found it at 8 o'clock this morning, we found it. You did pretty well because it went from 410 all the way to 470. So that one worked out pretty well. A couple other ones on here, PDD. This one at least is trending down. Now, let me tell you what I like about the stocks for today, okay? A lot of these stocks you're going to look at are Chinese stocks, and like I said, whatever the news is on them, it's making them all move. But these stocks, listen, this stock was $130, 37. It has just been going down, down, down. It's one of the first days that is up, making a little bit of a comeback. So it might not be tradable when the market opens up, but I love to. This is where you buy low and you sell high. And guess what? These are all buy low. All right. So not only they could be day trades, I don't know if they're swing trades, so at least a couple of more days. Okay. But day trading, they're doing awesome. PADI, another one that's moving. Is that the one? Nope, I typed it wrong. PDD, that was the other one. And what was the other one I had? Which one was the other one I had up here? Was it the Volt? No, the Volt I had up there. The Volt I had up there. BKE is the other one that I had up here. We had, I'm sorry, it's PALI. That's PLAI. Why am I spelling it wrong? It's PALI. Duh. All right. That one you could see also. Stock took a big hit right here, came back down last couple of days, did pretty well yesterday, had a nasty shake just now right here, which I don't like. I don't like to see stuff like that. But that one also, I'm going to keep an eye on. Had a nice little move earlier. It's cheap. I love that got beat up. But, it is testing some resistance levels going back in January and in early February, you could see. If it does break it, this stock could test almost 2. So very cheap stock, level 1 stock. Everybody can afford this stock. BKE, I told you a little bit about. That one is, I'm sorry, not that. BKEA, that's it. So BEKE is also moving nicely. Another stock that was $55 took a big hit. You can see it's on a little bit of an uptrend right here. Tier size is small. Okay, I don't like a lot of hundreds when I'm trading a stock, but she's, you know what? We'll see how she opens up. I'm looking over here on level 4. I got a big iceberg order that's hovering right here. You can see around 1370. It hit there around 815. That's why it came back down all the way to about $13. And you can see the buyers are already starting to show up over here. Follow the damn money, fellow traders. Follow the money. All right. That's all you have to do. And stop being, an analyst and start being a follower. Another stock, ZH. Stock was $14. Another stock that got hammered, yearly. Cheap stock, level 1 stock up 33%, 2.8 million shares. Not really getting that much data on level 4 though, so I'm not a really big fan of it. You got some nice seller right here around what is that, the $1.99. All right, so he's right around there. So once again, cheap low stock, level 1. If you're an advanced trader, you always could trade more shares of it. What else I had one more here. PALI. That's the one we had earlier. Okay, now we have the B list. Now remember, we have an A list, we have a B list. These stocks popped up on my B list, so I'm gonna hit them pretty quickly because we're running out of time here. FUTU, I liked it because it got crushed. It's a $180 stock, down to 20. It's a very big spread, which scares me a little bit about it. Small tier sizes, hasn't really made a run yet, but that one I'm going to keep an eye on. IQ, some of you remember this stock too. We traded this stock in the past. Another $15 stock, down to the $2 price ranges. One of the first days up, but I put on a B list because pre-market's kind of flat right here. Remember, these stocks sometimes, and you've been here for a while, they do make some runs. Sometimes when the market opens up, they might be quiet in pre-market, but sometimes they'll pop here. Volt, another one, $9 stock, down to $1.50. It's up 26%, 63,000 shares. You could see pre-market is not super exciting, but like, the A list, but the B list, like I said, that sometimes they pop up and they make a big move. C-Web, another one, $50 stock, down to $60. Only thing, it's an ETF. You know how we feel about trading ETFs. Very difficult to see iceberg orders on this stock. But you know what? Could make it, looks pretty good this morning. DIDI, another one. Big, got crushed also. It's $16 stock. It's funny that every single one of these stocks were in the 16s and 20s. For some reason, is $2 the magic number? It's like everyone's at $2. But once again, it's on the B list because it didn't make a big move since 5:30 this morning. It's been hovering here around 250. Really hasn't gone anywhere. And it did take a big, nice little haircut from $4 all the way down here to $2. But we'll see how it works out. Nice level 1 stock, nice spread. So there's plenty for all beginners, intermediates, and advanced traders out there. One last one before we go that popped up on my radar is YINN. Only thing I do not like about it, once again, ETF. Look at the chart. You see it's very spotty. That means it's a very gappy stock, okay? But she did move pretty nice in pre-market at 390. She already went up a little bit here. So you could see why I put stocks on from my B list to my A list. All right. One other, and that's a pretty damn big list. And once again, not all of them going to move when the market opens up. So, we don't trade the first 5 minutes, but when you're in the trading room, follow. If you're new here to Cyber Trade University, you're in the trading room, just listen to the other traders that we trained. You'll notice we won't tell them what to do. They know how to think for themselves. You're only here to analyze, see, if people make money doing it. And hopefully this is something for you. Now, and also we will find new ones. Some new ones just pop out of nowhere, okay? Especially with the markets doing. So that's another thing we're to look at. Looks like Ziency is from Ukraine. The president's talking right now. What else we got? Anything I'm missing I did not call up? LI on the B list, is that what you said? You know what? I was gonna put that on the Michael on the list, but I kind of I wasn't a fan of it because it was starting to trend down, so I took that one out. Okay. YouTube member, somebody on YouTube says, Fausto, could you check out ARC? You know what? It's not going anywhere. Stock trade 10 shares. Okay. It might look good as a swing trade, doing pretty well, but for us as a day trader and as a swing trader, it's not doing absolutely zero. Okay. So sorry about that. Anything else I'm missing? ZH, Brian, ZH is another one. I mean, I saw this stock, but it came back down. You know what? We'll put ZH because you've seen some pretty good ones and made a couple of good call outs in the past. We could put this on the watch on the C list. Okay. Everybody know why we call it the A list, the B list, and the C list? Anybody know the A, B, C list? I'll tell you the whole history about this. Anyone ever? Suns is obviously a little too cheap. It's nice right now, but once again, it's a penny stock. That's the only reason why I'm not too crazy about it. But it's all about exactly. It's not about the potential. Do you know when if anyone got married and it's like you're limited to X amount of seats, and like, you know what, these are the people I want to invite. These are people that if I get a lot of no's on the A list, and these are the people that I'm going to want to invite later and find out. So it's like, I want to invite this person, but you know, I can only forward X amount. I'm only allowed X amount. And, you know, so they're going to put them on the B list, so on the A list. So if you ever get an invitation and it comes really late, like 2 months, because invitations usually go out like 6 months, a year in advance. But if you get an invitation like 2 months, but let me tell you, you were not on the A list. You were second protocol or third protocol. So that's really what it comes by, where we get to. So I kind of look for my stocks as like, this is not my first protocol, but if I had to go to the B list, you know, maybe. So that's where that comes about. So hopefully that was a little exciting moment of your morning to kind of tell you a little bit more about the A, B, and C list. Thanks a lot, Brian. All right, guys, let's get ready to trading. Markets open up at 10 minutes. Sorry, I went a little bit longer than usual. Don't forget, today's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's a very good day to trade. We got a nice little list here, which you could see. And if you're here to YouTube, we'll be back here at 2:30. You can always like us and friend us. Always follow us. We're always here every morning at 9 and at 2:30 in the afternoon. And you can always get our tweets also. And then in the meantime, cyber traders, you see something, you say something. All right. Good luck, everyone. Be safe. Let's make some money this morning.